Hi everyone, I am Damilola Deborah Idowu and I welcome you to the third session of the EBL 3.0 JCI Uniben 2020. And I will be, in case this is the first session you're joining us for, I'm glad to tell you that we've had two mind-blowing sessions before this, and the first one was by Hilda, talking about becoming irresistible for your employers. The second one was by Emmanuel Faith, the employable graduate. I mean, I'm not sure I've recovered from that mind-blowing session. And this session, we have a professional with us, and his biography, his profile would be shown to us now. I hope you have seen the profile, and I hope you're ready for this mind-blowing session, because should in case, let me give this is a disclaimer. Should in case you're ready to pack knowledge with maybe 5 liters, please prepare a container, because you can. In fact, I had at first downgraded the first and second session, and I was like, no, I need to prepare. I mean, I need to re-strategize in order to learn more. Okay, so I hope we're all ready to unlearn, to learn, and to relearn, because we have a professional here with us to tell us how all those secret things that can make us relevant in our workplace. So our topic is winning secrets for the workplace. How can you be a winner in your workplace? And you just do some projects and it's like, why is it Deborah? Why is it only Damilola? Why is it only this person? Okay, so permit me to welcome. I want to be seen in the comment section, your virtual claps and all those fire, for me to know if you're ready or not for this session. Permit me to welcome Innih Ikhide. Thank you so much for joining us in this session, sir. We really appreciate your kind gestures. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Go ahead, thank you. Thank you very much for having me. Good afternoon, everybody. Please confirm you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Very well, sir.
Yeah. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you please go ahead, sir?
Okay, so I can go ahead, right? I guess you can hear me, right?
Yes, sir. Very well, sir.
Okay, okay, all right. So thank you to the organizers of this wonderful event. I would say I'm very happy. I'm very happy to be with you guys here to share my experience as far as the topic is concerned. And of course, from the theme of this year's event, it's really a very, very a powerful topic, right? Which speaks about employability, business, and leadership masterclass. Okay, without much ado, I'll be going straight to the topic, doing justice to what we have for today. And would be permit me to share my slides. I hope that's fine. Okay. All right. Doing that right away. Yeah. I hope you can see my slide, right? Okay, okay. I noticed I can't. Okay, yeah, but it's all right. I would go ahead now and okay. All right. So for this afternoon, we'll be speaking on we'll be looking at or doing justice to the topic called "Poised for the Future of Work" and winning workplace secrets. Okay, and from my experience and what has already been read to us, I'm a trained and certified facilitator in what we call the futures literacy. Okay, so the futures literacy is one of the most recent and modern 21st century soft skills. Okay, this is a skill that was put together and designed by UNESCO, right? I believe we all know UNESCO, which is United Nations Education and Scientific Cultural Organization. Okay, yes, so within UNESCO, the futures literacy is a very, very strong methodology, and this is the concept that we would be using for our masterclass today. Okay, so yes, let me also, now I'm going to reshare it, the screen again, so you can see it clearer. Okay. I hope you guys can hear me. Please confirm that you can. Okay, all right. Okay, I think everyone can hear me clearly. All right. Thank you once again. So let me just go ahead. Yes. Okay. I can see the response saying yes. We can hear you loud and clear. Okay. Yeah. So poised for the future of work and winning workplace secrets. Okay. So for this class, I would, of course, I know everyone, you have your notepad, you have your pen. All right. So I want you to make use of this opportunity because, like I said, this is a international methodology. Okay, a global methodology that I'm about to present to you guys. Okay, and during the course of the class, we're also going to do a practical, right? The practical, we're going to co-design how the future of work. Okay, because when we talk about the future of work, to some people they see it as is vague, They see that how do you guys know, how do people just wake up and begin to talk about the future of work? You understand what I'm saying? To those of you during this pandemic, you listen to Bill Gates, you listen to so many renowned entrepreneurs. You hear them talk about the future of work, right? You hear them talking about the future of education, the future of Africa, the future of the world, you know, and it sounds a bit spiritual, right? Like, how can you know the future when the future is not here? But using the concept of the future's literacy, okay, as designed and put together by UNESCO, would be learning more about the future, okay, and basically how we can use the future to improve our present. All right, yes, so I have something here that says that the digital age is going to force you to make the greatest shift you have ever needed to make, okay? Every industry will be disrupted, right? And it is up to you to learn the necessary skills to continue to thrive and remain relevant during the time. Yes, no doubt about that. You see, the first time I saw this quote or this statement, this was early this year, before the pandemic, before COVID-19 came and changed the whole world, right? Talking about the digital age, talking about the fourth industrial revolution that you already know is within us. Okay, talking about the role of artificial intelligence, talking about digitalization and all that. So we are now in a world where you have to begin to think about your future, right? Think about how would work or working look like? How will learning look like tomorrow? What are the skills that will be relevant? So gone are the days when you have to begin to think about the skills and the jobs that are relevant for today. No, it's about the future. Everything you do today should be centered around the future. Because when, for example, there's this thing I tell people, that the world is changing. The world is changing and the world is changing very fast. COVID-19 came and shattered the old process. COVID-19 came and made the world smaller, right? Now, who would have thought that this kind of program would be conducted virtually? Right? I've attended, so many of you have attended a lot of global programs or seminars that was hosted from the United States or from any part of the world, and just on the particular platform, the world is being brought together. You understand what I'm saying? Everyone is together, and the program was also became effective. That is exactly what this is saying, that the digital age would force you to make that greatest shift you need to make in your life. So the question of, are you ready? Are you prepared to move fast as far as this change we're talking is concerned, or you want to stay behind and watch how this is going to happen? And that is the reason why kudos to the organizers. They've organized this event for professionals to come online and tell you guys what is happening out there, right? And how you can enhance your professional career, how you can accelerate and elevate your journey as far as the professional journey is concerned, okay? Now we're talking about futures literacy. Let me quickly introduce you to the concept of the futures literacy. Like I said, the future literacy is a modernized 21st century skill. This is one of the most recent 21st century skill you can see out there, okay? And it's a capability, like I said, like you can see, is a capability that allows you to use the future to innovate the present, okay? So you are looking at, I mean, if you look at the greatest entrepreneurs today, right? They think about the future. They do not wait for an incident to happen. So that's the reason why despite the pandemic that has affected a lot of organizations, you can really see a lot of organizations coming out strongly with different channels, different processes. And that's because they've sat down to think about the future, to think about what are the likely things that would happen tomorrow. So that is why when somebody, you hear a professional, you hear somebody predicting to the future, saying in the next 20 years, these are the events, these are the things that will happen. It's not because he's a member of Illuminati, right? Or it's not because he's a member of the Freemason or whatever cult group or whatever group they are called. You understand what I'm saying? But these are people who use the methodology on how they can use the future to innovate the present, because they've seen it that in the future, in the next 20 years, in the next 40 years, these are the skills that would be in demand. These are the skills that would be relevant. And they now begin to use that to innovate their present, to say, okay, we didn't want to wait to 40 years time. Let's begin to put a process in place. So that is exactly what the futures literacy is I'm talking about. So I'm going to pause a bit and look at the comments. Okay, I hope I'm communicating. I hope everyone can hear me loud and clear. Okay, yes. So like it has been practiced, this methodology has been practiced in numerous futures literacy labs around the globe, from exploring the future of sports to imagining the future of Africa and the future of work. Okay, for today we'll be talking more about the future of work. Okay, so you're going to see what are the predictions, what are the things that have been said about the future of work and how the future of work would be, what are the skills that will be relevant so that you can adequately prepare yourself and embrace yourself for the events that is yet to come. Okay, and in future literacy, there's something we say that the future does not exist. Okay, the future does not exist. You do not know we don't know what is going to happen in the next 4 years, right? We do not know what is going to happen tomorrow. We can't even beat our chest and say these are the things that would happen tomorrow. Okay, so the future, no one knows tomorrow. No one knows the future. The future can only be only be predicted. You can only predict the future, right? Yeah, the future doesn't exist. You can only predict the future. Okay, and the future can also be imagined. That's okay. This is how the future is going to look like. This is how the future of Nigeria would be in the next 20 years, and all that. So this is exactly what the futures literacy is about. It's basically a capability that allows you to use the future to do what? To innovate your present. Okay, I'm going to be looking at how can we do that. All right, and this is a master class, and I'm giving you information that I feel you can comprehend. Okay, so I'm not thinking with the mindset that this is complicated. No, I don't think it's a complicated thing. Okay, so as far as the futures literacy is concerned, the methodology is divided into 3 phases. Okay, what did I say? Divided into 3 phases. The first phase is what? Revealing assumption. As you can see on the screen, revealing assumption is the first stage, and the second stage is called the reframing. The reframing is the second stage, and the third stage is the new questions. Okay, and we're going to practice the first 2 phases. Okay, because of our time, we're going to together, like I said, we're going to co-create the future of work in Nigeria. We're going to do that together. Okay, so we'll be looking at the first phase, which is what? Revealing existing assumptions. All right, and then the reframing is more about provoking your mind. Okay, let's take, for example, with the future, we're talking about the rise of artificial intelligence, right? Robots, digitalization, and everything. That is how we perceive the future of work to look like. That's what people have said about it. But then you want to ask yourself that what if certain things happen. So you have to provoke your mind and say, what if there are no jobs anymore? How do we live? That is exactly what the reframing is talking about. Okay, so you're talking about the future of Nigeria, for example. So the future of Nigeria in the next 40 years will be based on this prediction. And you have to, the reframing makes you to think about 180 degrees, to ask yourself that, okay, what if in the next 40 years in Nigeria, what if there are no political parties anymore? So how do we elect our president? How do we elect leaders if in the next 40 years we say we do not want a political party system anymore? Okay, so that is exactly what the reframing system is concerned. And now, like I said, for the sake of this masterclass, I would focus more on the first phase and the second phase. Okay, I hope I'm communicating. Okay, nice. Okay, great. Now, this is the first phase. Let us look at the first phase now. It might be looking a bit vague and a bit complex, and you're wondering, what is this man trying to present? What is he trying to achieve? But don't worry, just relax. You know, you're going to enjoy the ride. You're going to enjoy the journey. Okay, so the first phase, like I said, is what? Revealing assumption, right? Based on this slide, you can see revealing existing assumption, okay? And under that first phase, we use an analysis known as the causal layered analysis, okay? Which is called, abbreviated as CLA. CLA means causal layered analysis, okay? And what that means is mind hacking technique for alternative futures literacy and creation. And what you can see to the right-hand side is an iceberg, right? We all know an iceberg. Okay, so that image you are seeing right there is an iceberg. And usually what we see, the part of the iceberg that is visible to us is usually the tip, right? And that is why we say the tip of an iceberg, right? So what you can see there is an iceberg. But if you have seen the full image of an iceberg, of course, you know, it goes deeper into the ocean, even as deep up to the ocean floor. All right. Yeah, it's usually a very, very massive structure. But what we see, the part that is visible to us, is usually the tip. Okay, so the causal layer analysis make use of the CLA, which is the iceberg, okay? And then the iceberg, as you can see, is divided into 4 different layers, right? 4 different layers. There's the sign, there's the lowest layer of the iceberg as the love sign, right? I can see you guys can see the love sign. Then if you move to the next level, you will see the hand up, right? That's the symbol of the hand, right? Then you can see the next one, which is the mouth, and you can see the tip of the iceberg, which is the eyes and the ears. Okay, so I hope we are following, right? Am I flowing? Am I communicating? Yeah, please confirm I'm communicating, confirm you can hear me, confirm everything is going on well. Great. Okay, thank you. Yes. So I'm going to explain what each of these 4 layers, because after, don't worry, this is just the add part. So once we are done and you understand, okay, because I want the class to be interactive. I want you to understand how to use this methodology. I want you to understand how to use this methodology and to interpret it. Okay, and this is an opportunity for you to understand. Okay, how to use. Like I said, this is a modernized and one of the most recent 21st century soft skills. Okay, as invented and put together by UNESCO, which is United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization. Okay, so this is the iceberg. Don't forget, we are still analyzing the first phase. The first phase of the futures literacy is what? Revealing existing assumptions. And like I said, if we use the methodology that we use under the revealing existing assumption is the what? The CLA, which is called the causal layered analysis, which is an iceberg. The iceberg, yes. So the lowest part, so let us look at the iceberg together. Okay, you might want to put this down. You might want to put this down. This is very, very important for you to at this stage. Okay, the lowest level of the iceberg, the love sign, is what we call the myth, right? MYTH. It's called the myth. Okay, then the upper layer of the side, of course, the symbol of the hand, you can see a symbol of a hand, right? That is called the worldview. So we are going systematically. It's called the worldview. And if you advance to the next level, you can see somebody's mouth there, right? The symbol of a mouth. That is called the system, okay? And the tip, that's the uppermost part of the iceberg, which is the tip of the iceberg, is called litany. Litany, that is spelled as Litany, okay? And litany is synonymous to the word fact. So you can call it litany or you can call it fact, okay? So let me run down again. The lowest part of the iceberg is known as the myth, okay? The myth, or you call it metaphor, right? Then the upper side is the worldview, and then we have the system, and then we have the litany, or you can call it the fact, FACT. Okay, so let me explain each of these 4 layers of that make up the word, the causal layer analysis, which is the CLA. I'm also watching my time to be sure I'm able to cover this as much as possible within the hour I've been given. Okay, yes. So metaphor, what's the meaning of the myth? Myth is talking about, as you can see, the explanations are there. Okay, so the myth can be it can be a story. Okay, so what story do you believe about the nature of existence? Could be that unconscious emotional narratives about reality, about the reality. So when we are talking about the future of work, what are the myths? Okay, what are those stories? What are those things that you think might not be the facts, okay, but are things that you feel would play out, okay, would play out. So it could be in form of a story, okay, it could be something, just basically like, as you can see, more of a story or an unconscious emotional narrative, okay, yes, about reality. So an example you can see is God gave earth to man to do as he wishes, all right? Then the worldview, if we go to the next level, which is the worldview. The worldview is talking about how what's the view? How do the world perceive this thing? How do the world view the issue on ground? So, of course, if you look at talking about the issue of peace, for example, peace is a worldview because every country, they're trying to make sure there's peace within their boundary, within their sovereignty, right? If we talk about equality, okay, if we talk about equality, gender equality, you know that is worldview because these are the things that the world system are trying to do what? To agree on, okay? So that is exact. So the worldview is what the truth that informs the system, that how do the world perceive this thing? Is it a global view? All right, so that is exactly what we mean by the worldview, okay? And the next level, the next layer is the system. The system is talking about the social system or the social structure that informs reality. So which means, for example, for people to work virtually, then it means there must be provision of data, right? Data or power supply and all that. So the system has to be that change, okay? For the fact for that thing to happen, then it means there have to be a system change. Okay, so that is exactly what the system is talking about. And then the last one is the listening. Listening is talking about the fact. Okay, so the fact is, I mean, this is a reality that in the present, if you're talking about the future of sports or the future of work or the future of Nigeria, you're talking about, okay, in this particular, it is a fact that these are the things that would happen. So the facts are the more or less the official, unquestioned view of your reality. Okay, so this, that explains the tip of the iceberg, which is called the fact. Okay, so let me see. Is it clear? Do you have any question so far from my explanation on the 4 layers of the CLE? Like I said, the lowest part of the iceberg is known as the myth, right? So the myth is the opposite of the fact, right? So you're not sure it's going to happen. It could be an assumption. It could be abstract. It could be a story. It could be an imagination, okay, of an event that is about to happen, but you do not know it's going to be a fact. So that is the meaning of a myth. And the worldview is so it's a global view, right? Is it an event, an assumption that the world perceive or it to be? Okay, so is it as it the world? What was the view about what was the world view about it? Okay, and the system is that structure, or that social system. Okay, or that social change that must happen in order for the reality to come to pass. Okay, and the uppermost part, which is the tip, okay, with the symbol of the eye and the ear, is called the litany. The litany are the facts that these are the things that unquestionable it will happen. Okay, now that I have explained it, don't worry. Let's go into the class activity now. Okay, I want us to do this together. I hope you're ready. So we are going into the class activity on how we can co-create the future of work in Nigeria. All right, we're going to do that now, and we're going to do that together. So wherever you are, be ready to get your hands dirty. Okay, let me see how that can be done. 1 minute, please. Okay, yes, I think, yes. Okay, yeah. Can you see my screen? Nice. So I customized this for you guys. The future of work, in Nigeria. Okay. So we're going to do this together now. Okay, are we ready? Are you good to go? Now, I want you wherever you are. I know I can't see you, but I wanted to do and I wanted to do this. Okay, wherever you are, I want you to close your eyes and try to have, okay, you don't need to have a paper and a pen, but you might want to write down some, because we want to time travel. We want to travel into the future. We are going into the future together. Okay, we're going into the future now. We're going into the future. Are you ready to go into the? Don't be scared. Don't worry. It's not one of those fiction movies you watched where you travel into the future and then you get lost there, and then you have to back travel your way to the present. Okay, don't worry. It's not going to happen. You won't get lost in the space. You won't get lost in the future. Okay, but we are traveling to the future together. Are you ready? Are you ready to go with me on this journey? Are you sure you're ready? Okay, great. If you're ready to go into the future with me, then because of our time, I have to. Sorry, I'm moving at a very fast pace. You know why that is happening. Okay, nice. Thank you very much. So wherever you are, I want you to close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Are you sure you are doing that? Close your eyes and picture yourself living in Nigeria. Of course, you're still in Nigeria. Okay, 20, and then you realize that this is the year 2060. Okay, like I said, close your eyes wherever you are. Close your eyes and picture yourself living in a world, and that world happened to be Nigeria. And this is not 2020 anymore. This is the year 2060. You are in the year 2060 in Nigeria. So this is, you're in Nigeria and the year is 2060. Now look around you wherever you are. Look around you. Ask yourself what is going on in Nigeria in the year 2060. What is happening there? What do you see? How is work organized? What are the skills that are relevant at that time? This is 2060. What kind of work do you see people doing? Are people still going to the office? Are people working virtually? Think about, and as you are thinking about Nigeria, think about the world. So this is Nigeria in 2060. How do you think the world is at that time? Think about how the world is organized. Think about the transportation system. Think about communication. Think about so many things around you. This is the year 2060 in Nigeria. What can you see people doing? What kind of work do you see people doing at that time? What kind of skills do you see people struggling to have at that time? What kind of job do you think is the most demand jobs at that in 2060? This is 2060. What is the most demand job you can see? What is the most demand skills that you can see? How are people working in Nigeria? This, like I said, this is the year 2016. What do you see around you? How is work organized? What are the relevant skills? How do people move? How do people travel? How do people eat? These are the things. How is the world at that time? Do we have flying cars? Are people teleporting? Have robots taken over the world? Has technology gone backward? Or has it gone advanced? Think about these things and open your eyes. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. And begin to write down what you see. Ladies and gentlemen, begin to write down what you see. Begin to write down what you see. Now, as you're writing them down, because of time, I have how many, sticky note do I have? I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I want to begin to write down the things you, of course, when so you open your eyes, you are back to Nigeria 2020, you're back to 2020. Okay, so we are back now. So what are the things you saw when you traveled in 26? I wanted to begin to write it down. Okay, write it down, and what you can do is you can type them down, you can put them on the chat box. Okay, begin to write down what you saw when you closed your eyes. Okay, is it clear? Yes, please begin to do that now. Thank you. Was the activity clear? Was it clear to everyone? Okay, I want to see your answers on the chat box. Okay, can you do that now? Great. Hello, can everyone hear me? Please confirm you can hear me where you are. Am I still loud? Am I still audible?
Yes, you're live, sir. You're still very audible, sir.
Okay, I'm trying to. Yeah, I can't see anyone dropping anything. Is there a place I have to go to see what you are typing, what you are dropping? Okay, I don't know. I can't see anyone dropping anything. Is anyone dropping anything? Okay, so for this activity, you have to type one word. Okay, if we're to use, you can see the sticky notes on my screen. So what that means is one word per sticky notes. Okay, so do not write a full sentence. Do not write a long sentence. We only have 5 minutes to do this, okay? And I want us to be fast. So do not write, okay, I can see somebody saying, I saw digital houses. Okay, I'm going to put that down. Digital houses. Okay, that's good. I'm going to put that down. So just one word that describe what the 2020 work in Nigeria in 2020 look like. Okay, a very different. Okay, repertoire of cars on the road. Like I said, you just want to break it down with one word, just one word to describe what you can see or what you saw about the future, about Nigeria, future of work in Nigeria in 2040. Okay, 2060, sorry. Okay, I can just see just two persons, somebody. Yeah, so please, can you go ahead and write down. Did you do the exercise? Because I will move from here once is in the next 4 minutes. Okay, so I want to see you guys write down as many points as possible. Okay, I'm still waiting for you. Still waiting for you. Okay, I see somebody say freedom. Okay. Okay, they're beginning to. Okay, thank you. I'm beginning to see them. I can see virtual. Freedom. I can see. I saw something like, okay, flying cars. Okay. See flying cars. Freedom. Okay, yeah, I've written freedom. Remote. Miriam, you might want to shed more light what you mean by remote. What do you mean by remote? Virtual work. Thank you, Esho, for that. Virtual work. I see virtual work. Yeah. The activity is getting interesting now. Electric cars. Okay. These are the things you see. Don't forget, this is Nigeria in 2040, in 2060. Okay. Technology. Isaac Abel, you might want to also shed more light into what you mean by technology. Okay, what do you want to say about technology? Okay. Yes, I said one word, but at the same time, I should be a kind of word that it's explicit, okay, and it's clear for me to understand. Okay. Yes. I can. Okay. Let me wait for more. Drones. Drones. What about drones? What's going? Okay. Yeah, you can write down more things. I have. Don't worry. I would. We have about 2 minutes more to do this exercise before I then go into the interpretation. Okay. Somebody mentioned electricity. Well, you want to. I don't know what about electricity. Okay. Okay, are we still following? Am I still communicating? Can you still hear me? So please put down more things, put down more things, put down more things based on the activity we just did together now. Okay, so how do you think, if you had to predict, the future of work in Nigeria in the year 2060, okay, what do you predict? What would you predict? Okay, Nigeria with cutting edge technology and okay, I would rather say improved technology and infrastructure. Okay, improved is fine. I would just go with improved technology. Okay, I'm going to take one more. Let me see. Thank you, Samson, for that. Let me see if there's anything coming in again. Okay, it's all right. It's all right. Because of our time, I would have to work with this. Now, let me tell you how to hydro-powered cars. Okay, that just came in from Olu Amor to your C. Hydro-powered. Yeah, I can see you guys enjoyed the activity. Okay, that's good. And you understand. Now, this is okay. Let's work with this now. Let's work with this now. Okay. Like I said, this is the futures literacy. All right. And together we want to co-create by predicting how the future of work in Nigeria would be in the year 2060. Okay, using the CLA. What is the CLA? What do I mean by CLA? Okay, if the organizers would organize quiz and test, then this is part of the quiz question. CLA stands for what? The causal layer analysis. Okay, and it's represented using the shape of an iceberg. All right, so now, like I said, there are 4 layers, as you can see on my screen, 4 layers of the CLA, of the iceberg, okay? From the top, let's go from the top, okay? The top, which is the tip, is called what? The litany. Litany is a fact. So we're going to identify among all these things we've written down, what are the facts? What will be the facts about Nigeria in 2060? Okay, then what are the systems that must be put in place in order for the fact to do or to come to pass? Okay, and what is the world perception? What's the world's view about that particular point that we've written down? And what is it? And I mean, what are the myths? What are the myths that we do not know if it's going to happen or not? Okay, so I look at freedom, for example. Somebody wrote freedom. Okay, 2060, we want freedom now, but at the same time, we do not know if it's a fact. It is not a fact that there will be freedom. We don't know the extent to which freedom would be in the year 2060, and that is the reason why if you had added if you had added another word to complement this, it could have been more easier for me to understand. Okay, so are you talking about limited freedom or freedom for all and something? But if I'm to analyze what you've written down based on what I can see, I would say freedom could be a myth, right? It could be a myth because we do not know, it's not a fact if in the year 2060 there will be freedom of movement. You understand what I'm saying? Look at what is happening in the northern part presently, Boko Haram, and the people's freedom are being infringed upon. So we do not know if in the 2060 it would be better or worse. Okay, so what we can do is to say that could be a myth. At the same time, it could be a worldview because the world perceive the world's view about this is freedom of movement, freedom of expression. That is how, of course, the whole world want to be. Everybody wants to be free, but we do not know for sure if in 2060 they will be free, right? Am I making sense? Now, let us move to something else. Now, somebody mentioned improved technology. You understand what I'm saying? Now, improved technology, of course, based on the current trend, we already know now there's a talk about 5G all over the place. You understand what I'm saying? There's a talk about the vaccine that would come in the form of an implant or a chip and all that. You and I know that for as long as we continue to live, sleep, and wake up technology will be improved, right? We continue to get better. We continue to get better, okay? So that is a system. We move, improve technology to a system, okay? It could also be a fact, okay? So what I can do is to place it in between the system and a fact, because yes, in the year 2060, we know that technology would be better than what it is now, right? And then, yes, okay, somebody mentioned social equality. So when you say social equality, that is what? That is a worldview. Okay, social equality is a worldview because most countries, as far as you are a member of the United Nations, all right, you must support and campaign for social equality. So you can see how this is beginning to play out. Okay, digital houses, digital house. Okay, let me go for virtual work now. Okay, virtual work. Of course, this is 2020. People are already beginning to work from home, isn't it? So in 2060, we would be seeing more of people working virtually. So it's a fact that in 2060, people would work virtually. Okay, electric cars. Let us look at that again. Electric, okay, fine. You can say in between, it could be a fact, it could be a system, but it is not a myth, because we already know that the nearest, it's not even in the nearest future. Companies are already beginning to produce electric cars. So definitely, we already know that Tesla and all that. So it's already a fact that in 2060, and some countries are even beginning to do what place a ban that from this year they will place a ban on fuel-driven cars to electric cars and all those kind of energy saving kind of. So it's a fact. Okay, electric car is a fact. Okay, drones. Okay, I don't know. It could be a myth. I don't know. The world might be at peace, and nobody would use a drone anymore to kill anyone. You understand? Hydro-powered cars, yes, definitely is a fact. Digital houses, well, that might be a system because, it could be a system. Digital houses is a system because, based on a social, of course, this is a social revolution, right? It's a revolution that would happen. When you say digital houses, I do not know what you mean by digital houses, but if I'm to interpret what you said on digital houses, then it means maybe people will spend more time on the internet, right? People will spend more time on the internet working and all that. Flying cars, well. It could be, if we're talking about the future of work in the world, yes, flying cars could have been a fact, but looking at Nigeria, we don't know. It could be a fact, it could be a myth. You understand what I'm saying? So based on the activity, we've been able to generate the facts about what work would look like in 2060. What are the systems that would have to be put in place, okay, or have to be improved upon? So we talk about improved technology, improved transportation, maybe there will be more power-driven train or tram that will move people from one state to the other. Okay, so if you're living in Abuja, so by then there should be a train that can bring you to Lagos in 40 minutes and take you back to Abuja in 40 minutes. Okay, so all those kind of things, they are all fall under that system. And the worldview, what's the perception of the world about it? Okay, and the myth is talking about what are those things that we are not so sure if it's going to happen or not. So thank you very much for this exercise. Okay, but I'm going to move on now. My time is moving very fast. And we're going to go back to the slide. Okay. Now I'm looking for myself. Okay, yeah, I've seen myself. Okay. All right. Okay, so let me look at the chat section to be sure. Do I have any? Is the second one that does join? Oh wow! If you're just joining us, then okay. So that is exactly how it looks like. Now this is exactly now. I was in the conference in 2018, as it was mentioned in my profile. okay, where we looked at the future of work in Nigeria. The future of work in Nigeria. This conference took place in Amsterdam in the Kingdom of the Netherlands, right, in the year 2018. And these were some of the things that came up in that conference. I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to summarize it, okay? So this is actually, so when you conduct that activity using the futures literacy, so then you have a greater understanding or knowledge on how the future of work would look like, okay? All right, now if you read this together, this is exactly how the future of work would be, and this is for you to begin to get yourself prepared and ready to face that future. Like I said, the future literacy is a capability that enable you to use the future to innovate the present. Now, the future of work will foster a rise in entrepreneurship. There'll be a rise in what? Entrepreneurship. Young people are starting up, learning a skill and starting up building their own business, rather focusing on white-collar jobs, right? So there will be a high decline in reliance on white-collar jobs, right? But there will be a sharp increase, a rise in entrepreneurship, right? Remote working, it came out in our activity and it's coming out again here. New technology, new jobs that we can't imagine now. Okay, more automation would happen and artificial intelligence in jobs. Business processes and channels will be driven by technology. The same thing we're having here. We're having a conference. I saw somebody saying it's connecting from Ghana and different parts of the world like that. Okay, and and the platform we are using, we are not seeing ourselves physically, but it's happening. It's happening. All right, so that is exactly what it is. Okay, then worldview globalization, of course. The more technology improves itself, the more the world becomes a smaller place, right? So the worldview, globalization, security, and world peace, managing conflict, of course, countries rising against the order, and you have to be diplomatic. You have to know how to manage relationships, right? The food security too. The cyber security, all right? Of course, we already know these things are beginning to play out right now. Now, what are the skills? The skills, all right? The skills that will be relevant. The skills that will be relevant for today, for the present, and the future. We're talking about skills that involve process automation, okay? Problem solving and creative thinking, okay? Because we're moving into the world where how creative you are might also determine the size of your paycheck. All right, because with our problems, the world will be faced with so many complex problems. So COVID-19 will not be the end of the complex problems we would face in the world. We have to brace ourselves for more problems that the world would encounter in the coming years. And it's now left for you to now improve in your problem-solving skills, all right, and how to be creative in your thinking, all right. Emotional intelligence is going to play a lot of role. Okay, so you have to find out, do a research on what are the relevant soft skills, the most relevant soft skills that are needed for the present war and the future. The digital skills, we've already said, there'll be improved technology, automations will be, business processes will be automated, new jobs would come and take over a lot of jobs, So you want to enhance your digital skills. Okay, when I talk about digital skills, I'm talking about artificial intelligence, talking about data science, programming, and design. Like I said earlier, entrepreneurship. There will be a lot. So you want to begin to think about entrepreneurship. Okay, what are the things? What are the problems you can solve? What are the values you can create? Okay, yes, and the demand-driven skills and jobs. Okay, so this is what the world will look like. Okay, using the futures literacy as a capability. And now, like I said, it is left for us to do what? To embrace this change and adequately prepare ourselves for the change. And remember, the topic is what? Poised. You have to be ready for the future of work. Now, I'm going to go over the second part of the conversation, which I can wrap up in 5 minutes, okay? So please, I can see my time. My time is almost up, but don't worry, I'm almost done. I'm almost done with the masterclass delivery. Okay, so let us look at winning workplace secrets. Okay, I'm going to share with you based on what I've seen and based on what is needed for you in the workplace. Okay, I have 5 points now. Workplace secret. 5 points I'm going to share with you. The first one is what you in the workplace. Okay, as a professional, you must project a professional attitude. Okay, and you must understand something, that having a high IQ does not guarantee results alone, but what having the right attitude. Okay, I'm going to share the content of this training with organizers, and I believe they will have a way of sharing this information with you, so you can go back and also read it. Okay, so you can see there that people, no matter how good you are, it is not enough for you to just to become a star, but for you to become a star, for you to become a world-class professional, you must combine your capabilities with other factors, okay, which include, yes, thank you, which include positivity, having a positive mindset, controlling your emotions at work, okay, yeah, and working effectively, efficiently, and pleasantly with other people. Number 2 is what? Acquire a strong personal and workplace ethics. You must create a strong personal value system for yourself. Okay, your value system is very important. Okay, if you do not have a value system, you must sit down and create value systems for you, because when you get to the workplace, a lot of things will be thrown at you, a lot of things, a lot of challenges, difficulties, temptations, so many things. Okay, and if you do not have a strong value system, you would deviate. All right, then understanding the ethics of your field, your organization, or the sector you belong is very key. Time management, getting your job completed on time, staying productive, accountability, be accountable for your word, for your action. And number 3 is be learnable. Okay, be what? Be learnable. Everything learned is important. Okay, and you must understand something, that the more you learn, the more versatile you are, and the more indispensable. So you must not give up learning. So your learning should not stop when you get a job. So you are doing all you can now because you're looking for a job, or because you want to get in the workplace. But that should be the beginning, okay? Because knowledge is key, and you must what? Learn every hour. Okay, keep learning, keep growing, and what? Keep improving. Number 4, I'm just one slide away. Okay, project a what? Culture of excellence. Right, remember that every job is a self-portrait of the person who did it. All right, every job is a what? Self-portrait of the person who did it. All right, and you must what? Autograph your work with excellence. Yes. Autograph your work with what? With excellence, okay? And you must understand something, that regardless of whether the job is big or not, so you do not go there and say because the salary is small, because the client is paying me small money for the project or for his work, you decide to do it anyhow. No, professionalism is very important. Professionalism is key. Okay, great performance give their best no matter the size of the world, no matter the size of the audience. Okay, so you must always project that rich culture of what? Excellent. Don't be satisfied with achieving the expected. So what are your deliverables? You have to do this, you have to do this in a particular way, and then you are only okay doing it that way. No, think about better ways. Like I always tell people, there are always better ways of getting things done. There are better ways of doing things. So do not do things in an ordinary fashion. Do things in an extraordinary fashion. Go out there and be the best. Remain at the top. Be at the top of your game. All right? And number 5 is what? Increase your skills and knowledge base. You must always upgrade. Self-upgrading must never end. Okay, rather than let your skills or knowledge become outdated, you must seek out ways of staying current. Okay, attend relevant trainings. This must never stop. Virtual trainings or virtual whatever it is, as many or physical, whether free, the ones you can do for free, the ones you can pay for, attend relevant trainings and get certified as much as possible. Attend webinars, attend fairs like what is happening right now. Okay, attend masterclass events and all that. Okay, identify and work with the mentor. You need to do this. Okay, you cannot do it all alone. There are so many people that have already been on this journey that are more experienced. Okay, they can share with you their experiences. They can share with you some of the things they faced in the past and how they were able to overcome these challenges. Okay, that is why it's very important for you to work with mentors. Identify relevant and important mentors as far as your career and field is concerned. Okay, and finally, you must read books. You must cultivate the habit of reading relevant, good books. Okay, there are a lot of books, maybe books on leadership, books on mindset, books on entrepreneurship, so many things. Okay, you understand that what readers are what leaders. Okay, so these to me, I feel are the most important winning secrets. Okay, that everyone must go with as far as the workplace is concerned. Okay, all right. On this, yes. Like I said, number one, project a professional attitude. Number two, acquire a strong personal and workplace ethics. Number three, be learnable. Number four, project a culture of excellence. Number five, increase your skills and knowledge base. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you for your time, for your patience, and for your understanding in the subject matter. Remember, I presented to you a recent capability or methodology from UNESCO, which is called the Futures Literacy. And together, we were only able to practice phase one. Phase one, like I said, is called the revealing assumption. Phase two is for reframing. Don't worry, maybe another time when I'm called again by the organizers, I'm going to do justice to the second phase, which is reframing, and the third one is new questions. And together we co-created the future of Nigeria. Okay, the future of work in Nigeria as far as 2060 is concerned. And I also presented to you guys some of the things we expect. Okay, like I said, the futures literacy is using the future to do what? To innovate the present. So now you have an idea of the kind of jobs that will be relevant to the future, this kind of skills that will be relevant to the future, all right, both soft skills and both technical skills. Okay, demand-driven jobs and skills. All right, and it's now left for you guys, now left for us, okay, to make sure we move along with the change. All right, and we also look at the winning secrets in the workplace. Thank you very much to the organizers for having me. Thank you, and I appreciate your time. Okay, yeah. Okay, I think I will. Okay, let me see.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I mean, I've learned a lot in this session. I've been learning since morning and I've not stopped learning. According to one of the things you told us, you said we should be learnable. So guys, I hope you're learnable. Okay, so it's time for question and answers. Please do well to drop your questions in the comment section. Do well to drop your questions rather, in the comment section. Okay, sir, I have got a question for you as we're waiting for the participant questions. So the first aspect, we talked about the future of work. I want you to give us some examples of those works that you think that the revolution might actually sweep away in the next 3 to 5 years. I mean, we're not even thinking beyond a decade now, just 3 to 5 years, those work that you think they might not be as relevant as they are today. Did you get my question, sir? I guess you're muted because I cannot hear you.
Can you repeat that again?
Okay, I said that, can you please give us some examples of those works? Because at first we talked about the future of work. So those works that when you look at them in the next 5, in the next 6 years, they might not be relevant again. I mean, they would not be relevant again. Let's take Nigeria, yes, Nigeria as a case study. Okay, guys, as he's answering the question, please type your questions so that it would attend to those questions. Thank you.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes. Well, what I would say is concerning the jobs, talking about the jobs that will not be relevant, okay, in the future. You must understand something that every business will be driven by technology. You understand what I'm saying? So if you do not have a business process, okay, that is driven by technology, okay, I mean, companies that do things manually, okay, would begin to struggle, okay, because take for example now, you can see at the comfort of your home, you can place order and request for anything, for any product from China or from the United States. So you can begin to imagine, what about those countries that do not have this, those companies that do not have this process? They will definitely fade out. You understand what I'm saying? So that is exactly, I'm not going to give you a list of, okay, these are the jobs, these are the things that will not be available anymore, but you must understand that technology is going to play a very, very huge role, a very, very big role in the future. You understand what I'm saying? So that is the reason why we advise, I would tell young people that you must enhance your skills. Okay, so and it has to be a blend of both of soft skills and technical skills. Okay, because even if robots come take over, and it is not even as if your jobs will be displaced, all right, because you will still require humans to manage this machine or this system or this event that's going to happen. Okay, so basically for us to, like I said in my statement in a particular slide, I said we all have to equip ourselves with the relevant soft skills. Okay, things like emotional intelligence, things like problem solving, creative thinking. You understand what I'm saying? And yes, solving problems, creating values. These are things that will play out strongly, because if you do not create these values, then you would be out of place, out of business. You understand what I'm saying? So that is exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I'm checking through the comment section. I've not seen any question yet. I've not seen any question yet. So guys, please ask your questions. Like, he's so ready to tackle those questions. Okay, so another question I was going to ask was industries like, let me say, for example, Dangote. We see that Dangote, most of his things just in one place, like in a concise place, not like, I mean, a factory building. I've not really seen them project most times online and all those things. So that kind of a big industry in this country, and even recognized in West Africa, how do you think that they can still be relevant in that workplace, even just being concise in a place and not projecting themselves?
Okay, can you hear me? Yes. Hello?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir. Yes, sir.
What do you say?
I can hear you, sir.
Okay, you must understand something, that in the present and the future, the needs and the necessity of mankind will not change. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the reason why when we're talking about skills and jobs that are relevant for the present and the future, okay, we've already used the future literacy. Think about the world where we are living in, right? What will be the needs and necessity of mankind? right? Man will always eat, right? Food will always be important. You understand what I'm saying? A man will always eat, a man will always put on clothes, a man will always drink, wear shoes. So you understand, because you mentioned an organization like Dangote. So what Dangote does is to look at the necessity. What are the indispensable requirements of mankind, right? Both male and female. So if you look at the produce sugar, we all consume sugar. They produce cement, we build houses every day. You understand what I'm saying? And so many things. Okay, so that is exactly how it is. So when you look at you tackle entrepreneurship from the standpoint of creating value, of solving problems. So you look at what are the problems humans would always face, okay? And then you begin to list them and come up with solutions. So for as long as Dangote continues to solve the problem of addressing the basic necessities and problems and challenges that are being faced by humans, right, they would continue to remain relevant. So that is exactly, because you mentioned the name, right? That is why I'm giving you a direct answer to that question. Okay, so that is exactly what is going to play out. And that is why we have to look at the future. Like we use design using what will be the problem, what will be the basic needs, what will be the requirements, how would people eat on that, what is the new trend, or how do you want to creatively, because it's all about solving problems and being creative. Okay, so you are looking at a particular way people, that is exactly what happens, because creativity will rule the world. So somebody will just sit down one day and wake up and say, why do people put on tie this way? Okay, can't we come up with a fashion system where instead of putting a tie this way, you have to dress in another pattern? That is creativity, that is innovation. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to begin to think about these skills, how to come up with problem-solving skills and coming up with creative ways of solving mankind needs and problems. You understand what I'm saying? That is why when I mention problem solve, it's not just about learning how to solve problems, but applying this into the work. So that is exactly what I have to say.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your wealth of knowledge. Since we're not having questions, we would have to wrap up on this note. But, sir, we have a gift for you from JCI University of Benin.
Wow, that's nice. Thank you very much for the gift.
Okay, so as the gift will be projected, I would like to appreciate everyone that has joined this session. Thank you so much for joining this session. We have another session in the evening by 6 p.m. Do well to join that session also. Okay, your gift is being presented, sir. It is a certificate of appreciation. We really appreciate you, sir. And I hope you've learned a lot today. The participants, the learnable, project a culture of excellence. And I would leave you on this note that in the future of work, it is either you evolve or you dissolve. Please take note of that. In the future of work, it's either you evolve with the way the revolution and everything is going, or you dissolve. Thank you so much for joining this session. I will look forward to seeing you in the next session. The next session will be having Eyitayo Ogumola, and he will be talking to us about effective project management. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining this session.